Well, after we learned that the North American Vexillological Association, and yes, vexillological is a very irritating word, voted Pocatello's flag the worst city flag in North America, we decided we wanted to do a piece about city flags and about Pocatello's effort to replace its flag. And it should be noted that the so-called Pocatello city flag was never intended to be a city flag. So this is largely a misunderstanding. And frankly, I'd always wanted to come to Pocatello ever since 1954, A Star is Born, when, of course, Judy Garland sings about being born in a trunk at the Princess Theater in Pocatello, Idaho. I was always fascinated by the idea that someone could actually be born in the trunk of a theater. So I always think of Pocatello, where the stagehands are obstetricians.
Oh. So how's your experience been in Pocatello so far?
It's been super friendly. I stayed at the Black Swan Inn, which it cannot be overstated how wild and cool that place is. I had my choice of the Enchanted Forest, Arabian Nights, these are all themed rooms, Wild Wild West, Pirate Cove. That sounded like a little much for me, I was pretty tired, so I went with the Mayan Rainforest. And it was wonderful, the Mayan Rainforest. It was kind of like the Mel Gibson movie Apocalypto, except no one tried to rip my still beating heart out of my chest. And I like Idaho. Idaho's a beautiful state.
So you said you're working on a piece about city flags. Have there been other city flags that have stood out?
Listen, Pocatello got a bad rap for its city flag because it was never intended to be a city flag. It was a logo, sort of a seal that was slapped on a flag and literally strung up a flagpole. But Milwaukee has an infamously terrible flag, and that really was designed as a flag, and to make matters worse, there have been two different efforts to replace it, and they've been unsuccessful. I've talked to several people, including Mayor Bladd, about the effort to change Pocatello's flag, and what's kind of great is it's not bogged down in bureaucracy. It's actually happening. In fact, it's happening more quickly than expected. And I spent some time, my crew and I, at Green Acres Elementary School today with some fourth graders who had some awesome ideas and designs of their own. And of course, now I'm hoping that one of their flag designs is actually accepted, is actually adopted. I mean, they're really terrific. These kids were smart and polite and really creative. And no, I mean, I think Idaho was great. I had no idea that the Shoshone Falls drops 52 feet farther than the Niagara Falls. Because Niagara Falls gets so much press.
So have you visited other areas in Idaho so far?
Yeah, I did a play in 1992 in Idaho in a theater in Boise. And I remember eating at a cafeteria called Furs. Do you know about that?
I don't.
It was really, really good. And the mountains are really beautiful in Idaho. And Idaho has 3,100 miles of rivers. It's more river length than any state in the union. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
And Idaho leads the nation in the production of potatoes, trout, Austrian winter peas, and lentils. Do you know the state bird?
I don't know the state bird.
The mountain bluebird. Do you know the state raptor?
No.
The peregrine falcon.
So did you research all this, or do you just enjoy knowing things about states?
No, I grew up in Maryland, so we took fourth grade Idaho history.
Oh, okay.
So it's part of the curriculum.